It's week 3 of the NFL, and we have Stephon Gilmore. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Elks and the Wizards, next on Madden Football.
Now for the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden Studios. This is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Elks of Vancouver and the Orlando Wizards. Hello again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Orlando team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Vancouver club, it's been a great start. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
So I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost.
There he goes, left side. Still going inside the 20. And touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Wizards are on the board first here this afternoon. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
You get a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading him out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural Deshaun Watson.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 24 carries, 106 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Pike. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down. Now run straight ahead with Warren. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, it's an exciting time here in Central Florida for sure. Orlando's such a growing city, and now it's got a relocated NFL franchise to call home. And I know one group of people who are thrilled. That's the Madden developers right down the street. They're pumped. But truthfully, everyone in this city seems ready to support this team to the fullest. And even the players, everybody on down the line, ready to enjoy this Orlando experience. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
To throw on third down, Pike. Got his man, it's Warren. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that will extend their lead even further. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson, off play action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DJ Jones. And they're going to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And taken right at the 35. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. Orlando takes back over on offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Pike. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The Vancouver offense out and about set for another series. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 4. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield. And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a first and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Elks are back within a score.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Joey Sly on for the extra point.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Orlando takes back over on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On the give, it's 1.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Pike. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Now Watson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
But you look at this defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, All I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson rolling to his right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Orlando takes back over on offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Pike. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Watson.
And a quick throw there is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Watson now to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Cameron Sample drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. Orlando takes back over on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down. Looking to throw. Pike. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And what a big-time play there. 44 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. To throw is Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. Inside handoff to Mixon. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Deshaun Watson taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys have taken the lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Orlando takes back over on offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
That's taken in by Callaway. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's taken to the 26. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. The Vancouver offense out and about set for another series. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On second down, here's Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Looking to throw on second down. Pike, a quick throw, but incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
How about some applause for the defense there?
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. On 1st and 10, Pike, and incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Warren. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Back to throw again. Fighting through pressure. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Throwing to start the drive. Pike. Completes this to Conaway over on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down. Pike. Got his man. It's Warren. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Sharks got it. Left side. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. It was Joe Mixon who had it working in the first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Watson.
He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
On first down, Watson. That's caught once again by Gallup. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Now Watson. Now this taken in by Downs. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now it's Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Sly able to put this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Pike. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. They bring their punter out there now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Vancouver offense out and about set for another series. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle.
And all the way in for the touchdown. Josh Downs, 60 yards. And the Elks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead now up to 14. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Orlando takes back over on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
A handoff for Warren. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run it. Warren. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Pike. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Pike. A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
This rookie was already being tested as he tries to lead a comeback here in the 2nd half. Now he's got to get some momentum back after that sack and a big loss.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Vancouver offense out and about set for another series. On 1st down, it's Watson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Pike. And his throw is incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Vancouver offense out and about set for another series. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. Watson on 1st down. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Orlando takes back over on offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Pike. And Shark hauls it in. And he's going to be wrangled down quickly after the catch up at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, Pike. That's once again complete to Chark. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Operating from the gun, Pike. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught downfield by Mechie. Touchdown! John Mechie, 33 yards. And the Wizards have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So they get the score still down. The bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Mixing up the middle.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he gets a big one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Pike. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Off play action. Pike. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. This is 2nd and 8. To throw is Watson. He coughed it up. It's going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Orlando takes back over on offense. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and that will come the offense as they take over. Orlando takes back over on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's Warren. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
An excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Herbert powering up the middle.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory?